Alright, and after being a bit exhausted a couple of last days to stream and then trying to do the Google Santa Tracker minigames earlier today and not succeeding with those due to the technical inability to capture Google Chrome despite trying for like an hour. It would capture black or white screen depending on what settings used or whether used hardware acceleration or not, but it didn't capture any usable image, so gave up on streaming the Santa Tracker mini games, which were admittedly quite simple, like not very would say advanced gaming material, but they were funny and quite holiday themed, so would have been nice daytime stream in any case, but that didn't really work out technically, so decided to return to MtG Arena this time, of course, as wasn't really up to streaming already on Wednesday. Didn't exactly succeed at continuing the same game. It actually timed out and got the reward for the 2 wins, which already was alright. Would have liked to play that more, but it timed out as didn't really have time to play, but that's not a problem. Now there's a different set again in Quick Draft. This time the quite new Brothers War, which already actually played the pre-release event even with physical product at the Floof, so actually do rather like the set as far as saw at 10. And indeed, Merry Christmas you Fox and everyone else also. Happy holiday season everywhere, and also of course good to have you here again for some MtG Arena. We'll try to do. Oh, hello there, Riley. Great to see you also. Hopefully your Christmas time at least is better, as have been mildly worried about exhausted dragons, so hopefully your Christmas time is better at least. So otherwise today has been pretty good. Went for a slightly longer walk outside and then tried daytime to stream the mini games, but as said, that didn't quite work out, so got almost on schedule here, at least for the nighttime stream. So good to see you all here, and then we should consider moving towards the game. So let's see about that. We will start new quick draft with the Brothers War and see what cards we get and what team we go for. The earlier draft deck we had with the new Capenna actually worked really well. So in that respect, hoping for Brothers War also, but we'll see. Like the first quick draft we did on stream was kind of not exactly the winningest deck ever, but it is what it is, and of course always interesting. So let's play MtG Arena this time again, and tomorrow we'll be doing different games, hopefully also daytime for Christmas Day. Do something else and not spend time trying to get graphical output out of browser, which proved to be more than a little bit difficult in this case. So let's move towards the game and see what happens with the draft. Let's move the tiger striped Christmas ball a little also, as we do now have balls of our own for the Christmas Eve. So let's move the ball a little. There we go. So our great balls go up better. Alright, let's still move it a bit. There we go. Now the tiger striped ball from the template is not in the way as much for our good own Christmas ornaments. Great. And then we of course know which mode to go for, so play and quick draft, Brothers War, so like do you think that counted it would be like 6 wins to get? You nowadays do not get as many card packs. It used to be much more product if you won a lot. It's like in some cases you get, it's like after only 7 wins that you get 2. We do again have also enough game code for entry, so that's always good to use that instead of the gems that you actually buy with actual currency. So also in that respect, always useful. There we go. And then it's time to start looking at the cards shortly. So let's see the first. All right. Creature-based mana dog very much with bonus for casting big creatures. Kind of nice if you want to go for the green ramp slash big creature team. Not too bad. Oh yeah, this is already noticed from physical game. It's quite nice in the sense that it produces a lot of tokens quickly. Though it also costs like 6 CMC and you get 4 1/1s, which is of course they are artifacts, so they boost a lot of things in this kind of team and meta. So in that respect, it's of course rather nice. The overall because it produces more artifacts, so that's always useful. And then we shall see about what else. Third path iconoclast. That sounds kind of dangerous. Alright, this also creates soldier tokens whenever other than creature spells are cast. Junkyard Genius, yes, this already remember from physical, and this creates the Power Stone token. Alright, for like 3 CMC and 2 body with the effect. Chromatic Star. Alright, it adds 1 mana of any color and then you draw a card. For 1 it's quite alright because it gives a bit of tempo. That you practically both get a card and then you convert like 1 and tap, you get any color, so it's color fix once and draw a card for 1+1, so it kind of gives a bit of advantage tempo wise. So let's look at next cards. And we have Power Stone Engineer, which creates a Power Stone. It's pretty much otherwise just basic 2/1 for 2. Great. You have the Surveil where you look at the top cards and then you put some of them in the graveyard, rest on top of library, so it's kind of crying, but instead of putting them to the bottom, you put them to the graveyard, so it's theoretically a bit better, because you can usually do something about them in your graveyard, unlike when they are on the bottom of your library. That's like the least reachable place almost in the game, so weak stone subjugation, enchant artifact or creature. You may pay 3, tap enchanted permanent, doesn't untap. It's practically kind of like Core or Richman's Icy Manipulator for 1. Target opponent reveals their hand, choose non-land card, discard, and then it creates a Power Stone. So it's kind of like discard plus Power Stone in black. Goblin, that's of course always. Gains from sacrifices. Alright. Mishra's Onslaught. Create 2 soldiers. +2/+0 for creatures you control. Actually quite powerful effects for like common, but it also costs 4 CMC, so alright. Has unearthed and provides a card draw, so it's kind of for 2/1 creature. It's alright. Mill 3 cards. May get you an artifact into hand. Alright. And then we have another mana dog. The good thing here it is that it actually untaps something else. So in that respect it's actually pretty nice for common and costs only 1, because it untaps something else, and that can be of course much stronger. Stone retrieval unit sounds quite specific. It also apparently gets you Power Stones. Yeah, create a tapped Power Stone. It's alright buddy also for 4 when you include the Power Stone. So would say of these, of course it's nice you go blue, or if you want mass production. This is kind of nice if you want to go green and big creatures. This in turn goes in rather different direction, like blue and red and on creature spells. So it's kind of now choose what team to try for. Haven't played a lot of green at all, so let's try the kind of green and big creatures and see if that works out. Would say. Might not, but then it didn't. So let's go for that for now and see what we get next. Exile Stone Brain, choose a card. Search opponent's graveyard, hand and library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them. That's kind of boring, because it's like hate the other's card. Yes, it's quite powerful and it's not much fun. Like hate the other's card. Yeah, it helps, but it's not doing much for you either. it removes something from them, but do not consider that very interesting. It's rare, yes. And it's not doing much for you, because it only removes something from the opponent, so not totally buying that. Laurent is Disciple of History. Yeah, this practically boosted from legendary creatures. Do also remember this from physical. Another junkyard genius. Laurent's Escape. Hexproof and indestructible. That's alright for one. This is also quite nice because it converts artifacts into 4/4. Moment of Defiance, that's pretty clear. Blitz Automaton can be also cast as a prototype for lower cost, and then it's 3/2 instead. So the prototype is a new mechanic with this set where you can cast the spell kind of like as a cheaper prototype version, and the set actually came also with like tokens to mark, or like counters to mark the prototype status if you cast something as a prototype in that respect. So that's quite right. Double strike until end of turn. Again Mishra's Onslaught. Then again a Power Stone. Rust Goliath, yeah. That's pretty nice, except you need 10. But it's kind of like in green quite a bit, and can be cast using green as a prototype, so bonus tinkering. Alright, this kind of converts also other things into creatures. I rather like the Rust Goliath because it's very much in the green and big creature theme, so that's our next pick. Alright, this helps with Unearth, because instead exile Unearth card, then return it to its owner's hand, so you can practically return Unearth cards into hand outright. Right, Urza Younger creates Power Stone tokens. Ah yeah, Burnished Heart. Very elegant. The old card border and all. It also gives basic lands if you sack it, but it's 2/2 for 3 and an artifact, so it's alright. Reconstructed Topter is quite nice, as it both has Unearth and is flying for 3. Another like normal like create Power Stone. Veteran's Power Blade, alright. +2. Soldiers equipped is easier. Air Marshal. Yeah. Also other things fly with that. Combat Courier. Alright. I was drawing a card, otherwise it's not terribly strong. Attacks each combat if able. But it also has trample, so Fog of War. Alright, that's actually quite nice, especially if you do down, that just removes flyers. Do like the fog of war at this point. Alright. That's kind of again team with ramp and creatures. Yotian Dissident. That's actually quite nice. Mr. Spauble. So it only shows you the top card. Creates power stones. Free damage gain to life, alright, for 2. Right, recommission and gives bonuses. Desynchronize. Top or bottom of the library. This test choice. Borrowing Razor more 4-2. Mill 4 cards. Yeah, it's 3 CMC, so it has pretty tough penalty, like you also mill. +0, +1, +0. Alright. Shoot down again. Tokasia stick side, so you also get 1 colorless off for 3 and tap surveil 1. Do rather like this because it gives bonuses when artifacts enter. You get +1/+1. So we are going green and white. Plus artifacts, of course, always in this set. So let's keep going. Copter mechanic, yes, that already saw on physical, so rewards card draws and creates a Topter when dies. Levitating statue. Alright. So it's only a creature when you pay for it, so it otherwise just is flying. Yes, you can have flying also on other things, but it does nothing. Ornithopter, the classical 0 cost flyer. Ambush paratrooper. Machine over matter gives bonuses. Blitz automaton again, but the prototype is in red, so not quite as much. Then we have red. Then Stalwart. Tap an untapped artifact or creature you control, so it's a mana dog with specific penalty. It also costs only 1, but Mine Worker. Ah yeah, this practically rewards you for owning all of these. Of course we need creatures, any creatures. This is stylish, but this is also like that, because not that special other cards here. Mass production. Branchwood armor is also alright in the team. Elsewhere flask. Draw a card, alright. So then you can switch land type, so it's also temporary color fixer. Interesting. Old border and all. Ah, hello there, Jax. Good to see you. Let's give you a wave proper, like in the main view. Wo Anders. Yeah, that's very cool, very logical. Name is practically directly translated elsewhere. Wo Anders. Yes. It's kind of alright, but not very special. How's your Christmas Eve been, Jax? So, it's kind of good, like for a quick color fix, but it's only once and not really that special. Airlift chaplain, alright, it's important to have a chaplain. Mill 3 cards, planes card or creature card with CMC 3 or less into your hand. Alright, so it's the same mechanism but in white. Disenchant, this traditional. Another combat courier, desynchronize, and then we had the Tavnos tinkering, so it's kind of whether take mass production or Tavnos tinkering. To prefer mass production, it's quite important because it produces a lot of artifacts, so to like that. Not cheap, but Dreams of Steel and Oil. That's very elegant. Target opponent reveals their hand, you choose an artifact or creature card. Alright, both are exiled, so it's quite nice for one black, but we are not doing black this time, and almost everything else is also of color. Alright, this has the ward too, so extra cost 3-1 for 2 CMC. And it's soldier. To rather like this, we need low cost creatures. But we have power plant worker here, which is because we already have the mine worker, so it's pretty clear pick. At least trying to complete the set, let's see. Skill of Valor. Attacks alone. That's quite strong if you have a lot of creatures. As we already saw, Onulet is also quite traditional. Gives 2 life when it goes away. The rest are kind of branchwood, prowler, Mill 3, so this is practically the same mechanism as the others, but in green, so this is also like prototype in green, and life equal to its power. Too bad. Energy refractor. Mana of any color, so it's a color fixer for 2 and gives a card. Skill of Valor is nice, so this is common, so do think we might have probably should take these at this point. Rarer card. We already have 1 mass production. That's alright for a small creature. Mass production is quite expensive, but we are still going to get more smaller creatures, so would choose another mass production as at least common. Lawrence Escape. Quite nice. The rest are very much of color, but that's pretty clear. Meticulous Excavation. Terran's Power Plate, then we have the Mishra's Juggernaut and Shoot Down. This is kind of useful if you would have more unearthed cards. We do not have that many now, so like the artifact creature. The Razor Maw is quite clear pick here. There would be the dig side, but the Razor Maw is already alright creature. Now we pick the green creature, that's quite clear. Now the airlift chaplain is probably better. And then we get one red card. Next pack. Ah, good to hear, good to hear. Good food is of course nice, and certainly one important part of the Christmas theme even. So let's then see about what we get in next pack. Eating Wormlet, alright. Death stat as long as you control 3 or more artifacts, that's a lot. Gain 1 life and gets +1/+1, so it's quite minimal, but it also costs only 1 green, so it's actually quite nice. Totian Frontliner. Alright, gives bonuses as unearthed. Alright, for 1. This is kind of useful in green. Nope. Exile each opponent's graveyard. That's quite strong as long as your opponent is using some kind of recursion. Kind of not worth getting as we don't know. Lifelink. Trent Stalker. Alright. Also rewards card draw. Excavation Explosion. Sounds dangerous. 3 damage to any target, creates Power Stone. Unleash Shell instead of Unleash Hell. 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker, 2 damage to that permanent's controller. Fog of War again. Gaea's Gift. Apply drop. Tower Worker. Yeah, this is the third one, and certainly we want all 3. So that's pretty much our choice. Now we have the full tree of Mine Worker, Power Plant Worker and Tower Worker, which kind of reflects the old Mine Power Plant Tower combo of the non-basic lands from the original set. Ah, Santa! Where you like the traditional, slightly imbibed Santa or modern sober one, like, because of course traditionally the Santa may have had some encouragement. Of course, nice to hear that you have been gainfully employed as Santa Claus on the Christmas Eve also. Semblance Anvil. Exile a non-land card from your hand. Alright, so it's imprinted with a card type. Interesting. Old card border to modern Santa, yeah, because of course it was well known traditionally like that the Santa might not be totally sober, at least in jokes it tends to be humorously. Ah, alright, That's of course then understandable. Static net, exile target non-land permanent. Alright, has bonuses, so it's kind of like card gets stuck in exile for 4, but it has a bit of bonuses because you also gain 2 life and create a Power Stone token, as usual. Furthermore, players can't gain life. Liked this effect considerably because it says players can't gain life. Played this actually in the physical pre-release, like, sorry, you can't gain life because the dinosaur says so. It was nice. Another reconstructed Topter, Ornament, Cavalry. Alright. That's quite nice because it combos with other soldiers. Expensive, but recommission again. Spoilers Rock, Flash Flying, and of course Power Stone. Emergency Weld creates soldier token and returns target artifact, so creates a card from graveyard, quite clear. Scoring Warplow, this is also quite nice, but it's mostly for black because the prototype version is only in black. Guild Zone Acrobat. Alright, gains flying if you sacrifice. Another Blitz Automaton, another Scrapsmith. Would choose the Arnaut Cavalry for now. Lay down arms. Exile target creature with mana value less or equal to the number of planes you control. Yeah. Corrupt. Damage to any target equal to the number of swamps you control. Fall of Crook. Destroy target land. Alright, that's quite angry. 3 damage to player, 1 damage to each creature they control. Not good. But it also costs like 6 CMC. Alright. Bone Saw. +0. +1/+0. Quite stylish, but then we have the Ryotia Medic, which is alright. 3rd part 7th from color Ashnod's Intervention. Alright, returns creature to hand. Mishra's Domination. Strong Bull, another Minotaur. Alright. Raise to the ground. Destroy target artifact. Can't be countered. That's quite. Unleash Shell again. Mine Worker. Lay down arms is quite useful as it removes something. Keeper of the Gardens. Alright, can be removed. Graveyard. Ivory Tower. Gain X life. Number of cards in your hand -4. Sometimes useful if you do not play much, you at least gain life. That's much stronger if you would have, for example, Reliquary Tower. So like have half the library in Commander in your hand and then use this. Yep. Spectrum Sentinel. Alright, protection from multicolored non-basic land enters the battlefield. Under opponent's control you gain 1 life. Symmetry Matrix. Power equal to its toughness enters the battlefield. You may pay 1 if you do draw a card. Yeah, that rewards only specific kind of creatures. Deadly Riposte we already know. Union of the 3rd path. Draw a card, then you gain life equal to the number of cards in your hand. That's alright. Versus rebuff, which was practically basic counter or tap. Wing Commando, yep. Ixian Infiltrator. Alright, sacrifice another permanent 1/1 counter. Tracks a demon. Sacrifice another creature, draw a card. Fog of War again. Goblin Firebomb. Yeah, destroy target permanent. Yeah, it's strong, but it also costs 7 to activate, so it destroys anything but for a price. So, Ivory Tower is kind of fun. This fun if you happen to have an opponent who plays into it. Union of the third part is quite nice because you can gain quite a bit of life with it, so do prefer that because the Ivory Tower requires that you practically keep your hand quite full. Let's see if we get that back. Watching the anchor. Alright, so it's practically it gives you artifacts into hand. Levitating statue again. Slackstone refinery. Alright, so it's a mana fix. Yotia Medic again. Mishra's Juggernaut, we already have one. Argothian Sprite. Can't be blocked by artifact creatures. Put 2 +1/+1 counters. 7, yeah. Alright. Yotia Medic is quite nice, and it's a soldier again. Fall of Crook. Another Yotian Dissident. Another Yotian Medic. Depth Charge Colossus. Yeah, the prototype is in blue, so not Coring Warplow. Alright, and Tokasia's Dig Site. Let's take another Yotian Dissident as it's also lowest cost. Loran again, Powerstone Engineer, Air Marshal. Platinum Adept, whenever you draw, yeah, so it's again one of those that rewards card draw. Most of these we have already met. Now we take the Blanchwood Prowler. Great Desert Prospector. So it's pretty much just a body for 5 CMC, and you get... It may give you a lot of power stones though, because it's for each other creature you control. Yalm Tome, draw a card and discard a card for 2, so this is quite classical card with the old border. This we already know. Survivor of Call is pretty good low cost creature. Dredging Claw. Yeah, this is for returning from the graveyard. It can be only equipped with black, so Thanos Tinkering, it's kind of like the Great Desert Prospector is nice because you may get a lot of, especially if you have succeeded casting creatures. It's alright, but it's kind of just changes cards in your hand. Thanos Tinkering would be the other option. Yotian Frontliner, Soulguide Lantern, Gaia's Gift, or would say that take the Yotian Frontliner, it's also cheap. reconstructed doctor for another artifact creature. Pretty much, yeah, it's like whether take the bone saw or the kind of stalwart. Bone saw is of course quite stylish. And we get the ivory tower back. Now we do take it because it's at least most interesting of these. Then we have Goblin Firebomb or Slackstone Refinery. Do you think the Slackstone Refinery is more interesting? Goblin Firebomb is just like, alright, we got another Yotia Medic, and we got Loran. And next pack. Grand Spider. A lot of text. Both you and opponent create tapped power stones. 7. Look at top 4 cards. You may reveal an artifact card, put it into hand. Alright, that's quite specific. Combat Treasure. Alright. Double strike. Looks like a mine clearing vehicle, really. Brick Blast. Alright, sacrifice a creature. Deal damage equal to power. Audacity. +2, +0 has trample. Self-assembler. This was quite nice because it provides more assembly workers, but it requires more than one of those. Warlords Elite. It requires tapping other things. Another Yotia Medic. Grabware Creature, but it's unearthed for black, so Agodian Sprite, Wasteful Harvest. Mill 5 cards. Alright, so it's quite wasteful indeed. It's kind of mill 5 cards in 40 card format. Starts to be hazardous. Do like the Combat Treasure, as it's considerably like double strike. Second choice would be Audacity. Diabolic Intent, alright. Mishra's Research Desk. Sacrifice top 2 cards. Quite restrictive, not expensive. Alloy Animist. Until end of turn, target non-creature artifact you control becomes 4/4 artifact creature. Alright, that's again like different take on the same team. This we already know all of. Another Boulder Branch Golem, Makul Hunter card, Evolving Wilds. Like the Alloy Animist, it does things potentially. Alright, that's quite strong. Copy target artifact spell you control, so not bad. In wrong color. Repair and recharge. Alright, so it both returns directly to the battlefield. Quite expensive, but potentially powerful. This we already know. Hoarding Recluse. Alright, one other target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library, yeah. Perimeter Patrol. Alright. Reburn Recharge, quite expensive, but returns directly, so it's kind of also, for example, after milling. Another option would be the Perimeter Patrol. As said, it looks like a real life. As said, it looks like a mine clearing vehicle with the kind of like chain roller drum. Yes, because spells exist only on stack. So that's exactly the case. It has to be used while it's on stack. But it's still quite strong because you can play one, then you can copy, like for example, an expensive one only for the cost of copying it. So it's specific, but it's potentially quite strong. Because you have to copy it when it's still in stack, but it's still like pay 3 compared to you may have something quite expensive, so it's potentially strong. I like the Perimeter Patrol because it's useful as a creature. This is kind of like you have to have something to return, and then it's still quite expensive. I actually prefer the least valuable card. We already have like what 2 mass production. Take Flight is nice, but wrong color. Most of these we already know. Here probably Deadly Riposte is most fun because we already have enough of the others. Corrupt we know. Plantswood Armor, that's alright. Prison Sentence. Enchant creature. Cry 2. Can't attack or block. Activated abilities can't be activated. It's quite direct. Turn Lesson. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. Create a Power Stone as usual. These we already know. Wasteful Harvest is a bit too acidic for 40 card format. Mill 5, yes. And it's like 1/8 of your cards. Plantswood Armor is pretty nice. Kind of like Prison Sentence is kind of negative, so prefer the positive, which is like +1/+1 for each forest. Repair and Recharge, that we know. Liquimetal Coating sounds quite modern. Target permanent becomes an artifact. So it only becomes an artifact. It's kind of requires something useful for artifacts, so it's elegant but requires specific support measures. Ambush Paratrooper, Survivor of Callis, Warlord's Elite, this we have already met. Conscripted Infantry, creates soldier when dies. This we know. The Warlord's Elite might actually be the choice this time. Or Ambush Paratrooper. This is expensive to cast, but it's also 4/4, so let's take one of those. Arms Race. You may put artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield. Yeah, so it like is usable 1 turn. Managed Race 5th Spear, Haste, Profess. One, 2. Jotun Tactician. That's actually quite strong if you play blue and white, because other soldiers get +1/+1, so that's not bad at all. Retrieval agent, scatter ray, alright, so that's practically fancy counter. Whirling strike, Aeronaut's wings, yes, kind of nice equipment, gives flying. Otherwise there's not that much in this pack, so I like the Aeronaut's wings. Kind of neutral. Neutral gives flying. Oh, hello there, Tigatron. You also get to see the Christmas ornaments. This one also has in place. Welcome, Tiga, and great to see you. And yes, as said, Christmas ornaments are also attached. Happy holidays also to Tiga, and good to see you. So let's continue choosing cards. Union of the third part, still nice. Ravenous Giga Mole, alright, it looks like a pretty big mole, but it's only 2/3, mill 3, and the usual that you may put a creature into your hand and otherwise +1/+1. Knarroot Ballbearer, quite expensive at least, like 6 CMC, trample 5/5. Enters the battlefield, target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn. Number of creature cards in your graveyard. That's alright. So it's pretty much between Union of the third part. So this is expensive. Union of the third part is quite passive because it just gives life. Who prefers that? Rick Blast we know, Self-Assembler we know. Spoilers Rock. Stone Retrieval unit, Wasteful Harvest. One of these is alright, but would say that only one, it's too much like loss otherwise. Aeronaut Cavalry, Disenchant, Power Store Engineer. Probably big. Like, considering the mana curve, would pick one of the lower cost ones. Aeronaut Cavalry is still nice, but and we already have, let's pick anyway that, because we do have low cost creatures already somewhat. And yet another Yotian Medic, because we already have enough. Alright, and this is pretty much like big mass production. And yet another Yotian Medic. Here probably Energy Refractor is more interesting, we do not yet have any. Ambush Paratrooper. Probably better because it flies. And then we get one Retrieval Agent. Then it's time to select cards. Or more or less like remove cards, more of so. What would we remove? At least the red and the blue. Those were easy. Then we still have 60 cards, so it's time to reduce. Fog of War, interesting, but Wasteful Harvest is still kind of not that much into it. Would like to keep the Worker Trio. one is also kind of, it's 3-3, but not totally into it. Aeronaut Cavalry, one of those, but more. Mass production. We have 3 mass production, that's a bit much for its price. Then we have 56 cards. Bone Saw is cheap, but it neither does much. Lay Down Arms, Warren's Escape are quite nice. Yotian Frontliner, Alloy Animist. These are pretty good. 2 Yotian Dissidents to agree for now. Energy Refractor is kind of for 40 card deck. You do not really need that many mana fixers, would say. Aeronaut's Wings is alright. Mineworker, Skill of Valor. Airlift Chaplain is kind of a bit expensive. The mechanism is alright. Yotian Medic, we actually have 3. Let's pare down to 1. Mass production is still maybe a bit much. 52, so still some to remove. Everything else we have only 1. Rust Goliath is quite expensive, but it's stylish. Would keep the 2 big things for now. Mishra's Juggernaut is kind of attacks each turn if able, and it has red in unearthed, so let's put that away for now. Blackstone Refinery do not care that much for. Fog of War is kind of like it converts lower creature power attack practically into life, but it can be cast also on opponent's turn. Right, we still have to remove 10 cards. Lay Down Arms is kind of, because it also gives life to the opponent. Yotian Frontliner is alright, but not that special. Ivory Tower at least is fast. Let's preliminarily get rid of Fog of War. Followed Elite is quite expensive because you have to tap 2. Union of the Third Part does a lot of the same as Ivory Tower and is 1 shot. Not really feeling for that. 5 cards still to remove. Great Desert Prospector is alright, but it's quite expensive way to get power stones. Then we need to remove 4 more. Burrowing Razor Maw is kind of, yes, it's 4 too, but also the drawback is quite big. Still 3 cards to remove. Citadel Stalwart is not that interesting, it's mostly mana fixer. Need to still remove 2, so would be easy to remove 1 of mass productions and 1 Yotian dissident. But getting to cast 2 mass productions is already a lot of luck because it's 6 CMC, so remove 1 mass production. Yotian dissident is cheap and it's potentially, we have artifacts in the deck, so it's potentially quite good. The Aeronaut Cavalry is quite expensive and it gives only 1 +1 +1. It's comparatively, would say, not that good, but it flies and it's 3, so might be useful. Lawrence Escape is for 1 turn only. Useful, but only 1 time. Let's get rid of that and we are down to 40 cards. And we are done. So that would be our deck this time. So let's raise a paw to that and move on to the play phase next. So let's move forwards then. And we are done. Start playing. Wait for matchmaking. Alright, and who are we getting to play against? Loksa or Yoksa pack. Right, with the, looks like it's maybe Pierre because it has the alright, we have no white at all. Kind of dangerous. Let's try because we can start strong, like play, and then we have to wait for white, and that might be dangerous. Actually, that was much less dangerous than feared. Also a ambush paratrooper. 1-2 against 1-2, we can attack anyway. Like, yeah, that's nothing. Wing Commando, alright. Flying and Prowess. Aeronaut Cavalry. That's surprisingly quick, actually. 2-3. So now we can actually attack with that and it will drop one of these. Alright, both block, so it will be then matter of what we get rid of, because we have 2 damage. Doesn't matter that much. The Prowess is theoretically powerful, but it's until end of turn, so Air Marshal, so right, ambush paratroopers again. We could cast the Rust Goliath as prototype, it also has reach. It's actually quite good as prototype also. And has reach. Now we can attack with 3-4. It's kind of, because that's 2-3, so it's useful. We also have this for blocker, so we can attack with that and see what happens. Again, both blocks, so kind of like what we want to drop. Let's get rid of the other one this time. Scrapwork cohort. Alright. And Survivor of Call is quite a few creatures. Kind of not going to attack this time, let's see. At least they have been casting a lot of creatures. And we have nothing to block the flyer, so... Still not really feeling like attacking. They have only one flyer, so... Alright, now they are attacking with the bonus. cast this. Let's drop the 4-2. And we can then the 3-4. They mostly do not have mana left, so we can block the 3-4 with the 3-5 and done. Alright, and now we get the dissident, so it's kind of mostly preparation. Currently kind of can attack and see how much they are willing to lose board state wise. Let's see. They rather took the damage, alright. Yeah, they do have reach. Also noticed after that turn. Not that it was yet much of an issue, we are anyway leading life-wise. Alright. The War of Gaulis has first strike and not willing to lose that currently, unlike Air Marshal. Kind of. 2-3 will not die. The Air Marshal will die, so actually prefer to block the Air Marshal and take that out, because we can rest, like we can still take easily. We have 23 life, so alright. Most probably this is not going well. We are drawing only land, so no attack for now. May also reduce their attack interest, but they at least digging for more options. Another survivor of Gaulis. Scrapwork cohort is kind of unpleasant. Number of forests you control. Alright, that's certainly good enough. 5, so 5-5 would become 6-6, and that's also kind of like, do we want to put that, because that has reached preferably there. 8-10, alright, that should be useful. And it's kind of like we can't block the 1-1s anyway effectively, because we have one big creature, so I actually do think it's preferable to attack. Let's see what they do. Take 8 directly, so it starts to be next turn they are going to be in a bit of a hurry. At least most probably won't see as many attacks. At least they are apparently counting a lot. Yeah, this can give +1/+1 for everything, so it might be that we won't survive. Alright, Aeronaut Cavalry. This would be anyway trouble for us, so only attacking with that. We can't block much anyway, like, do we want to block that? Not really. So it's more or less do or die. Teams, it's do time. I know they do have the Aeronaut Cavalry to block, so it's actually we can't remove that, so most probably we can't win anyway. It was close. And we can't keep those at bay if they give the bonus anyway, so it's like we attack with both and can't win, unfortunately, as we can't block enough of those. And they could also add flyers with the air marshal, so we can't win, but it was close. As they now have too many things to attack next turn, so it's more or less won't do us much good. They would lose next turn with any of the blockers, but we take too much damage now, so no, that was close. Let's play up to finish even, that we play as long as we take the 3 losses, so let's see if we win any. Not going to leave this waiting, as then most probably again won't play soon enough, and so let's try again. That was close. Let's see how the next one goes. Knock knock. Alright, good name. And we have plenty of mana. It's alright to start, because we get Ivory Tower out and then we get rewards for having the cards in hand, so alright to play with that. Let's bother the dragon with the horde. While waiting. ivory tower out and gain life at least for a while. Draw more land. Oh well. And we still can't cast anything even so. Zephyr Sentinel, Flash Flying. That's kind of... At least we get life if nothing else. More land. We are only drawing land, which is mildly worrying. There we go, now we get to cast stuff. Capenna was quite nice later. Let's play Yotia Medic first, because they can defend and they have lifelink. Forget the dragon. And returned to hand. Oh well. Yotia Medic unfortunately has no reach. At least we keep gaining life. Scrapwork Rager. They paid 1 life for that, alright. And play more land. Then we can again play. Let's play Sigil of Valor to be ready with that. And still only gain life, but now they have 2 attackers, so kind of interesting game. Alright, that's strong. Not necessarily very long at this rate, and now we get to play. Same. Again play Yotia Medic first. Now we at least have a blocker. Alright, and we can add that Sigil of Valor to be ready. It doesn't yet do much because we control no other creatures. Alright, Firebomb cast as response. Still kind of unwilling to block, because it would simply kill the medic. Now we can even cast the Pallbearer. Now we could attack with that and still have the blocker for the 4/4. We can't block the flyer anyway, so it's like poke for 2 if nothing else. And Firebomb, that at least took resources, but oh well. No land. None of these are very helpful now, but let's play that. And we also get to play the perimeter patrol or tower worker. Tower worker has reached, so we can actually deal with that. Let's start at least defending a bit. And we could again attack. And of course we do attack because at least does something. And then we could reattach Sigil of Valor, but not interesting for now. Now both still attack, so now we can block. No, still have to really take the 4 to keep something going. At least drop their flyer. That's nice. And we have like only 6 life, but let's see if we can do anything about it. They still have mana, so let's see if they cast something. Yes. Yep. Everything back into hand. Do we have any land? No. First of all, we cast Ivory Tower, because now it's actually used if we leave enough cards in hand. They do not either have attackers. Let's cast Iron Cavalry and leave it at that. So we will now get like 1 life back from Ivory Tower. Crapwork raids are alright. Alright, and now it's again 4-4. Oh, flyers. Would be nicer to get something bigger out, but they all died. Yotia Medic can again take like once. Exact ambush paratrooper. Blocks once. And then we can still cast Sigil of Valor back out and attach it. And then we start attacking as we can anyway use this as cannon fodder. For the 4-4, it has no trample, so as long as we can cast at least 1 creature to serve as cannon fodder each turn, it's alright as long as they don't get that many more creatures. Because they also have only limited amount of cards at hand, so now we start just like cannon fodder. Survey, draw a card, then they surveil. Trying to dig for solutions a bit clearly. More land. Then we can again cast like, let's cast the Belgian Medic. Then we can still cast also the Tower Worker. we have enough cannon fodder, and then we can again attack unless they do something. And they do something. Then we mostly have cannon fodder, like pay to attach that to the Addionally medic as little use as it is currently, and attach it just for fun because we can't cast either of these. And then we just keep feeding the thing. Both attack unless they do something, so won't matter. One blocks one and the other blocks other. Kind of choosing which will survive, but it has limited importance. Alright, supply. Oh well. They would have done that anyway, so both out. Then we cast more creatures for cannon fodder. Can't really get that much. Sacrifice that. Alright. And again a 4/4. Worker. We have 8, so we can cast all of these actually. More cannon fodder. And we are playing top deck, so it's like what dies first. Like that, because it might even give bonuses for casting something big, so now we can actually make a creature out of ivory tower. Attach this to the ivory tower. And attack with the ivory tower. We could actually even make a creature out of the Sigil of Valor, which is even better, because we get 8 damage through. They are actually dead. Unless they can cast something useful. They have 2 cards in hand, so Flash. Yeah. Oh well. Was a good try. They of course have only 1 left, but we can neither survive that, so good try. they attacked with only 1, 4, and they have 2 cards in hand, so it's kind of like not going to block with that, because otherwise we can't do anything, so we didn't die at least yet, which confuses me, because they could have attacked with those also. Left for blockers, yes, but they could have won, which confuses me. That isn't helping much. Like, yeah. They have enough blockers, we have pretty much lost. Alright. Yeah. And now we can like again have 4 fours as blockers, but that isn't going to help us that much. There we go, and actually played that wrong also. Oh well. Thought it was already their turn. Not that it would matter, because they had enough blockers, so. Yep. Let's see if we win even one. That was also quite close, but it's like, yeah, close. We got reward for something, which is nice, but alright, and one more at least, so we are getting maybe a couple of hours of play even, so not bad in that respect. It's like we haven't been winning that much, but it is what it is. So, and play again. Then we wait for matchmaking. Alright. We do have alloy animist, and those are useful in the beginning. Let's try. There we go. Cast alloy animist immediately, so. can still attack quite safely. And immediately dead. Go for the throat. Yes, they clearly went for the throat. Perimeter patrol is already 3-3, so and we can again like attack with some impunity. As if direct removal hits, it hits anyway, so it's better to do some damage. Alright, combat treasure, prototype. Mill 3, it's kind of interesting currently. And that's double strike. Can attack with the 3-3 anyway. Ambush paratrooper. We have 3 forest currently, so that would be nice. Seven. That's certainly strong enough for now. Alright, they took 7 directly, so they have some hurry. Probably removal. No, levitating statue, so requires resources to be converted into creature. 8-8 and reconstructed. Reconstructed Topter, and then we still can play the Yotian Medic. Yes, they still have the double strike, so 9-8 attacks, and they gave up. At least one win. Reward, and even for 0 wins we would get 1 back, but now we get like double the gems. At least that was a win. Alright, and next game. And wait for matchmaking. And Black Fountain, alright. And we have a lot of green, but we have also green cards, so works. Good enough. we just start playing forest. Alright. Founder of Vietnam. First time we see that being played. Let's see how this goes. Mill 3. Put land card into your hand. Decline. So that gets 2-2. Right, they actually have 3-color deck. Interesting. Not yet Medi. We do not yet have any cards that would use. So it's better idea to keep playing. Alright, we could play either Mine Worker or Plantswood Armor. Plantswood Armor is better. So it is now 5-5. Not attacking for now because we can block if they want to attack. Claim another forest. Mine Worker out. We have also other creatures. And let's attack with the 6-6 and see what happens. And block, and we still have life to take some hits. Alright, Yotian Medic blocks. Any spells. Orange escape. Alright. Yotian Medic survives then. That wasn't very effective. Flames as we are waiting for resources for mass production. We could gain 1 life with this, but it would tap, so let's keep it as blocker and attack again with the 6-6 and see what happens. Does Yotian Medic die? You still have priority. Ah, yeah. Thank you. Alright. Still not willing to gain life with the Yotian Medic. Now actually... nope. Static net, yeah, we know where that's going. Let's gain 1 life now, because we don't know if Wu gets the static net. Unsurprising with that. So we can make it bigger down there. This isn't yet as useful as we have fewer creatures, so mass production please. Our army will be dispatched soon, as one might say. Next, not much use to attack because it would just push against and give free life. Yeah. Another Yotian medic. Alright. And we could activate that, but now it's kind of like free life because we are not going to block anyway, so free life. Play forest again, like that keeps getting bigger uselessly. Oh, yeah, now we can cast the 5/5, yes please, and take bonus, not that much, but it's still 4/3 also, so. Then we actually attack with all, because we have. Alright. Lose a couple of tokens, but alright for now. Anyway, should use that, so they kind of use their blockers and less a priority target. And we only have land to play, so not optimal. Then we attack with the 5/5, of course. That they can't do much about, and it has trample. And we could have free life now on opponent's turn. Let's take it on opponent's turn, so it's more distracting to leave mana open, and then we take free life. Deadly riposte requires a tapped creature, so specific. Tap after 2 target creatures that we can't do much about, so no attacks. We could play Deadly Riposte on our own. Nope. It was kind of boring. Slow play. Watching the anchor, alright. Not that we can do much. We could shoot our own creatures with the Deadly Riposte. And still. Still more land. No function. Now we can again attack with the 5/5 at least. Right, we are getting rid of one of those. And some trample damage. Yeah, the riposte again isn't doing much for us. Addionally Adventure, alright, that's not that we can like put the free life in the stack until end of turn. Right, that's kind of not good, but it can't get trampled, so Cannonball and airlift chaplain and we rather put +1/+1 counter. We now have a flyer that can attack, can be given flying, vigilance, death touch or haste, but can't be given first strike. So attack and see if we can get rid of the 5/5. So it's now kind of up to them if they trade the 5/5. Unsurprisingly, they blocked with the other thing. And took trample damage. So now they only have the 5/5. They can make it fly, but won't either eliminate. Now we can again take the 3 life. Again, more mana. Now we can start attacking with the flyer. They can also make that slide with mana though. And again, those are tapped, so won't be attacking with anything. They can make that fly and that way make short work of that. So now we probably take the 5/5. Emergency wealth. Right. And we get 1/1 soldier. And again Founder Platinum. Then attack. Deconstructive doctor, yes please. More flyers. And then we attack with the 5/5 and the flyer, because now they have to choose where to put their resources. At least forcing some tactical play. What did they choose? 4/4 flying, yeah. So they chose to drop the flyer. Fair enough. And they take the 5, which of course isn't a permanent solution for them to keep doing this, but and turn. Curate. So they are doing the card draw. Oh, hello there. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 0. And you of course get a wave. Welcome to the stream, and we keep playing. We can take the free life if nothing else. Alright, they didn't attack. Kill of Valor, yes please. Alright, is a counter coming? Because of course they know the Kill of Valor is not fun. Yes. That we can't do much about. Oh well. So now it's once again the same scenario that we attack with the 5-5 and attack with the flyer and see what they prioritize. They can always take out the flyer, but they will also take damage, or it is like 5-5 and blow my 5-5 out of the water, but then they also leave themselves open to further action. Alright, and they are again apparently going for the flyer. Yes. Of course they can't forever continue this way. Unearth. Yeah, we can unearth that at some point. Now if they do get hit, they pretty much lose. So we can now take the free life and pass further and pass turn. Perimeter patrol works. We can also unearth flyer. And then we do the usual, so we attack, because there's not much else we can do. Alright, Zephyr Sentinel. They resolve the Zephyr Sentinel ability. We attack anyway with both. Of course the Zephyr Sentinel will probably block, but will also go down then. So it's more or less what they are willing to trade. Alright, now it's 5-5 and so both go out. And we still have, would say, the upper hand. 27 to 4 alive, so it's more or less a matter of time. And they are playing top deck, so unless they get something quite special. They are very close to losing. Let's take the free life. That's been quite useful, like the mine worker has helped us a lot. Right, that's turn. Play land. And they are in somewhat of trouble. And we attack with the tokens and the 3-3. We're not going to attack with that because it still gives free life. Alright. All die because they take 3 damage, and that was pretty much their blocker. And turn. Now they are out of blockers, so it matters a lot what they drew. Let's take it. Alright, and they gave up. Another win. So we actually ranked up. Bronze tier 2. That was quite close fought also. And we got also reward. And also apparently we rewarded some cards for a reason or other. Even quite a few cards. Alright. And even more cards. That has huge amount of text because it's a planeswalker. Would call that quite good amount of reward cards. Yes. And the normal win reward. We again have 2 wins, so that's actually quite good also. And then it's time for next match. Going to play this to the finish in any case. Now. So next match. Next loss will end anyway, but we have actually done well after the 2 losses, like quite closely fought games. Esperite, alright. Alright-ish. It's kind of like, I do think that we will draw more workable cards, so let's for now start with the Ivory Tower, so we get a bit of extra life maybe. Alright, that's expensive. And we can play Sigil of Valor ready to use, and then we are pretty much waiting for playable cards. This may not go well, but what it is. Yeah. And now we are stuck. We'll see. And yes, starts, excellent. Disenchant, and then we have the Tower Worker. Alright, and we have no white, so alright, yes, and we get even more green. And they have all 3 Wow. Yeah. He has clearly played before and had really good starting hand. Alright, now we get planes, so we can immediately cast like yep. Would say this was a pretty strong player and those strong cards and really good starting hand, like yes. Certainly not going to block. It's quite useless at this point. Of course, activate, so 6/6 and he gets +3 counters each time. Nothing on their side flies, not to block with that anyway, so attack for 1. And they probably attack for much more. Yep, Sigil of Valor. Prime Power Suit, that's really strong. Really. Prison Sentence, of course. And attack of block. With Grand Power Suit, very modest 8/8 ward. So it's like dead. That was quick. That was like what would call quite powerful opponent with good starting hand. So that's it. So we had 2 wins, so we get like 1 pack and 200 gems. Not bad. 2 wins is quite alright. And you can again keep playing until you reach 3 losses, but it's like do not like that deck that much. Or at least it would be new deck also, do think so. Not too bad. Pretty nice games, and even won a couple, so and we have been playing good 2.5 hours as we finished the quick draft play this time, so would say that it's good night for now, and we of course raid someone if someone is streaming, so wish you a pleasant rest of the Christmas Eve evening, and let's see who we can raid. We'll be hopefully doing also a daytime stream on Christmas Day tomorrow, as not going to try the game that can't even get working, rather check who's streaming what. Try to fall asleep, not Fortnite, alright. American Truck Simulator, Warhammer 40,000. My Summer Car. Yeah, but they are also cheating. I don't like those who play My Summer Car with the kind of like mods that remove many difficult things, so I don't really playfully approve of that. So we are going to rate American Truck Simulator, would say, as we are of course in the simulation games. So let's go for Gets RBTP. Do not think have yet rated them. Looks good, and they are trucking, so let's go for them. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow. Here we go. Unrecognized command. Let's try again. There we go. All right. Good night and thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. All right. And good night.